In this video, I'm going to show you how to add motion blur in DaVinci Resolve 20, step by step, in a simple way that you can follow even if you're just getting started. Motion blur is a great effect for making movement look smoother, more natural, and more cinematic, especially when your footage has fast motion, camera movement, or animated elements that need a little extra polish. If this tutorial helps you out, please take a second to hit like and subscribe, because it really helps the channel and lets me know to make more editing tutorials like this. Alright, let's jump right into it. First, open the Edit page in DaVinci Resolve and make sure your playhead is sitting right over the clip you want to apply the effect to. This is important because it helps you work on the correct clip and makes it easier to move into the Fusion environment with the right media selected. Once your clip is ready, click the Fusion page icon at the bottom of the screen. It looks like a magic wand, and this is where we can add more advanced effects that go beyond the basic inspector controls. Fusion is powerful because it gives you node-based control, which means you can build effects more precisely and connect different tools together in a clean workflow. Now, in the node editor, click the Media in 1 node first. This is the node that brings your clip into the Fusion composition. With it selected, press Shift and Spacebar together to open the Select Tool search bar. This is one of the fastest ways to add a specific tool in Fusion without having to dig through menus. In the search bar, type Optical Flow, then select it from the list and click Add. Optical Flow is what analyzes the movement between frames and creates motion vector information, which is essential for getting a believable blur effect. After that, press Shift and Spacebar again, this time with the Optical Flow node selected. Type Vector Motion Blur into the search bar, then click Add. This node is the one that actually uses the motion data and turns it into the blur you see in the final result. Now you want to make sure your node chain is connected in the correct order. It should go from Media in 1 to Optical Flow 1 to Vector Motion Blur 1 and then to Media out 1. If the nodes are not connected properly, the effect will not flow correctly through the comp, and the blur may not appear the way you expect. Once the nodes are linked, click on the Vector Motion Blur node and look over to the Inspector panel in the top right corner. There you will find the scale slider, and this is the main control for the strength of the effect. If you want more blur, increase the scale value. If the blur looks too heavy or unnatural, lower the scale until it feels right for your footage. A fast-moving subject may need a stronger setting, while slower movement usually looks better with a lighter touch. The best results usually come from small adjustments, so take a moment to preview the clip and fine-tune the slider until the motion feels smooth and realistic. And that's it. You've now added motion blur in DaVinci Resolve 20 using Optical Flow and Vector Motion Blur in Fusion. It's a really useful technique for making edits feel more polished and professional, and once you get the hang of it, it becomes a quick part of your workflow. If this video helped you, please remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want more DaVinci Resolve tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.